Adolescent stars Owen Cooper and Faye Must join us now. Hello, both of you. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a whirlwind for us. Every day, as Kat was saying, we've been talking about themes to do with adolescence, talking about some of the reaction to it, having the writers and the stars in. To have you both here today to really talk about it is a real privilege. So thank you for joining us.
On and off the show,
actually. Yeah, very much so.
Thanks for having us.
I wonder what it's been like for you, Owen, particularly because it's your first foray into this world, and it's we've never seen anything like this. How have you found it?
It's gone well so far. I've not had any bad things said about me, so I'm doing well.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a good start, considering the subject matter.
Far, yeah.
But, of course, how are you dealing with the attention? Because I'd imagine you're walking along the street and people are stopping you to talk about it.
No, to be honest, it's not even been that bad. When I've been working, I've been in Yorkshire, so I've not had that many.
The attention hasn't been too much.
Which is good.
What about your mates, your schoolmates? Are they giving you any grief?
No, I haven't seen them yet. So I'm in school soon. So
You're back on Monday, right?
Are you back on Monday?
Are you?
Yeah.
So have you got a lot to catch up on?
No, well, I've been doing tutoring while I'm working, so I don't think so.
Right.
Okay.
But I just can't. I want to see my mates, but it'll either be a really good day or a really bad day.
I think it'll be a good day.
Yeah,
it's going to be
I
a good
think
day
it will
seeing your
too.
mates. The bad thing will be having to sit through lessons and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's clever, you know that. So you were just saying you've been working. What are you working on right now?
It's Wuthering Heights, so I'm playing young Heathcliff.
Young Heathcliff.
And how does that compare? Because obviously you're used to doing everything in one take, which is quite a unique way of working, essentially. So how does that compare? And you're working with Margot Robbie too.
I know.
Is it good?
Well, yeah, I see her all the time and speak to her all the time, but I don't really have any scenes. I don't have any scenes with her, so.
She all right?
Yeah, she's really nice, really.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I think your mates might be interested in that.
I reckon.
Yeah. But the filming-wise, it's fine. It's just a lot different, obviously, but yeah, it's going really well. Yeah.
Are you studying? You're not studying Wuthering Heights at school for GCSEs or anything, not yet.
No,
That's a shame because you'd have an inside track.
I know,
That would be great.
Faye, it's the extraordinary thing is, and he's taking it in his stride, which is just so lovely, and it sounds like his team and family are keeping him away from a lot of that.
Yeah.
But for you, you've been an actress for many years. You've been surrounded by these things.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced anything quite like this?
No, never. In I think it's 14 years I've been doing it now, and I've been in some lovely things, but it's never made an impact in the way that this has made an impact and the conversations it started, and that's what we wanted, When I read the script, I knew in the first page that it was going to be amazing. I knew that I was part of something that was very, very special and was going to start conversations that we all need to have, but I didn't, for the life of me, realise it was going to break records and, be mentioned in Parliament and, potentially be used in schools and things like that, so...
All over the world as well.
Yeah,
My cousins are in Australia and they're all talking about it on their breakfast shows and their talk shows and stuff.
Yeah, it's a crazy response and, to witness Owen do his first major job and see this talent, this young man that comes from a similar background to most of us that were in the show, we all come from similar world, and to have him blow up like this is an amazing thing to watch. So yeah, we're very, very lucky. We're very lucky, aren't we, mate?
Yeah.
And it was kind of a bit of a baptism of fire for you because you started with episode 3 on your first day.
First day, episode 3.
Which is that double-hander with you and Erin. We've had Erin on the show before. It was so brilliant too. Yeah. And you had all this dialogue to learn. You had all of that.
How many pages of dialogue it was?
I think it was 40-odd.
40 pages of dialogue to learn.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be less, might be more, I'm not sure.
And you knew them on the first day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
And so did anything...
I'm still there with the script.
Yeah. Did anything ever go wrong? What went wrong during the...
The bits where it went wrong was in the rehearsal weeks that we had.
Right.
But in my shoot, me and Erin were perfectly fine.
Did you yawn, though?
Yeah, I did.
Yawn's become a thing, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Yeah, I was
yawn.
Yeah, I was tired, so I just yawned, and then Erin backed me up and secured it, and it worked. So yeah.
This is the moment, and this wasn't obviously intended, but it's such a perfect,
brilliant
moment in terms of her reaction, but also the way you react as Jamie.
Yeah.
That scene. I mean, Faye, have you ever seen anything quite so compelling?
No, I haven't, and I think it's a masterclass from both of them, from Erin as well. I think the attention to detail that this young man has is astounding. For example, I actually went wrong in one of my takes.
No.
I don't know if you'll remember this, but we were doing the interview scene in episode 1, and I put the picture of Katie down and said, do you know Katie Miller? Do you remember? Which is your surname. It's meant to be Katie Leonard.
Oh, I see.
And Owen just fired back straight away. Her name's Katie Leonard, by the way, just straight into my eyes. So I had two reactions. One, I was bright red and going, I've ruined this take for everybody, and there's Stephen Graham and there's Ashley, and I've got Owen and Mark Stanley. But then the other part of me was like, amazed by this kid's presence. And we all had each other's backs in there. And, you know, Owen's capable of doing it. We were all capable of looking after each other like that. So, yeah, he had my back, you know. And
amazing.
It's just, yeah, it's a credit to
Didn't you misplace the car keys in one take?
I didn't misplace the car keys.
Sorry.
It wasn't me.
There were some car keys misplaced.
There's a chase scene in the end of episode 2 where Ashley is running. While that's happening, I'm getting into a car and driving the car up so I can be behind the camera to do my next bit. I get in the car doesn't start, so I have to get out of the car and run after them, you know, like heaving, like asthma attack vibes going on, you know. So, yeah, there were a couple of things that went wrong, but in general, we got on with it and we looked after each other. And,
so, I mean, what happened, obviously, when you're in the take and, you know, you try and do it in a wanna and you're going from beginning to end, you've got to be so focused. But during the rest of the time, during the setups and things like that, what were you doing? Were you hanging out together? What were you doing?
In the rehearsals?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was. The rehearsals were just we took it simple. So and it was just for me to learn and to see what happens on a film set.
Right.
So, and to meet everyone, to meet Stephen, to meet Faye and all the cast. So it was amazing.
Yeah. And you and Stephen got on about football as well. Were you playing a bit of footy on?
No, there wasn't really a place to play footy, but the Euros was on at the time. So
there was a lot to discuss. You're both Liverpool fans as well.
Yeah.
This is the issue. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks like he might be on his way. Yeah. This is what we're fuming about.
Yeah.
For free.
He deserves to be at a club like that, though. So.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
OK. Yeah. We'll not get into too much football.
Literally, straight over my head.
There is also the other thing, though, and that this was your first experience of being on a film set, your first experience. And yet, as Faye will tell you, it's never like this. And you don't shoot things in one take as well. Did you get towards the end of a scene, like, so episode 3 when you were there, and you're thinking, right, we're nearly there, we've nearly got there, and you're thinking, don't forget your lines. Or were you just so involved that that wasn't really part of the process?
By the 3rd week in shoot week, the lines weren't a problem. Right. It wasn't focusing on lines. It was just making it different every take. So, and the lines were just stuck in our head. We wasn't really focused on the lines, but yeah, it was just the notes that Phil gave us that we had to focus on. So yeah.
And so initially, you wanted to be a footballer, essentially, didn't you? You're a pretty mean football player. Then you got into acting about 2 years ago or something like that. How did it happen? What happened?
Well, I used to go to this drama class called Drama Mob in Manchester.
Right.
And I did that for about 2 years. Okay. And then I got a self-tape for Adolescence, and then I did loads of auditions and recalls and stuff, and then, I got it.
So have you put the football ambitions to the side for the time being?
Well, I was at training last night, so...
Were you?
Yeah.
Is that why you went back up? So your football team, you still need to be training with your football team?
No, I didn't need to, I just wanted to.
Have you got a match?
That's why you got in the car at 4 o'clock this morning.
There are priorities. This is one of the things.
Well, they say have a plan B, you know.
Exactly.
I don't think this kid needs a plan B, though.
Was it everything that you imagined? Was it... Because obviously, you know, 2 years, that's not that long, really, to start going to drama classes.
Well, I started in 2021, so it's 4 years ago, and then I was doing it for 2 years. But when I was younger, drama and acting wasn't in my DNA. I wasn't thinking of doing it. So
anyone in the family do any acting?
No. It's just me. So I don't know where I got it from, and then a couple of years ago, I just wanted to do it. It just clicked in me. I don't know where it came from. I just did it.
Obviously, a fabulous talent. Talking talent, though, you've got quite a claim to fame when it comes to football.
I do.
Yeah, you've got some football.
I do. I also wanted to be a footballer, my friend. Jill Scott.
You played against?
When I was a kid, I don't claim to know Jill now, but it's amazing to see what she's done for women's football. And
one of the greatest lionesses of all time.
National treasure, I would
And you
say.
played against her?
Yeah, I played for a team called Cada Girls, and her team was called Bolden. And I can see her now in her strip, and she was way taller than me. And everyone was just, you know, she was just the best on the pitch. Rightly so, So, I used to play as well. Middlesbrough fan myself. Not
Borough fan. It's where Cammie's from. There's been some great times as a Borough fan.
Yeah, of course.
Don't forget. Juninho.
There we go.
Ravanelli. I get mistaken for Juninho all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I can see it, actually.
My Lord.
Sorry.
Oh, no way. Oh, my goodness.
And what's magical, Owen, is that this experience that you've had is something you're going to remember and your family will remember for a very, very long time. We're so excited for you. Thank you for what you've done, for all of you. I know Stephen's been really important to you, and did he introduce you to your now agent?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And long may that continue.
That's the thing about that group of people. The group of people we were with are supportive. Hannah, Stephen, Joe, Phil, they put together, you know, people that really want to support each other, and, you know, this is what result that you get from it.
And I said, when Owen sat down, I said, you've got to tell me how you've managed to cut your fringe off, because all the teenage boys at the moment, including mine, have this ridiculous thing going on at the front. And you were saying it was for the role. It
was for the role, so, and it does really fit the role as well, so.
But you've got to go back to school Monday without your floppy bit.
No, I've been in school without all this.
And what your mates think
There was about a week where I got taken the mick out of, but that was about it. They've all got over it now, so yeah.
I think an attachment.
Yeah. I think
pin on one,
or like a whip.
Yeah, it's a little attachment on.
Just a clip-on fringe.
No. What are you getting your mum for Mother's Day yet? Do you know? Got to do it. You've got to get something.
I'll just probably nick one of these flowers. Like
there you go.
Can I have some for my mum?
You know what? You can take your pick, my friend.
You've heard that right.
You absolutely have. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Lovely to meet you, Faye. I mean, best of luck for the future. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you. And you know, fingers crossed for Liverpool winning the league this year, eh?
Oh yeah.
I think it's pretty confirmed now.
It is pretty confirmed.
Of course, Adolescence is available to watch on Netflix right now. I'm sure many of you have watched it, but hopefully having met some of the cast, met the writers, you'll understand a little bit more of how important this show has been for everybody.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.